Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. I'm doing a journal with me for the month of April. I'm going to be starting off with my title page for April. I had these stamps I started stamping out before I started to record. I went ahead and made some masks so that way I can do the background with some Tim Holtz Mowed Lawn color. So this is what I'm starting off with. And in a bit you'll see me take off the mask, which is basically just where you stamp it on another piece of paper, put it over the image, and then you're able to cover it. Here they are. Here is the reveal, and now the grass is in the back. I'm going to be doing that same technique here for the sky. I'm going to grab out tumbled glass also from Tim Holtz, the little mini distressed ink pads. Of course, I'm looking at my chart here. I love that thing. I had usually made my own little swatches and color charts, but oh, it's so much more organized using those. So, all right, here it is. I added in my clouds. These again are stamped images. I just, instead of having the actual stamped image there though, I use it as a cover, and now you can just see the clouds. Very faint, but it's so delicate and so cute. I felt like it was perfect for this title page, sorry. I had a little more trouble getting off the clouds this time around. I think there was a difference. So when I made my mask for the bottom portion images, I used regular printer paper, and then when I did the clouds, I used cardstock, and yeah, there was a big difference. Here is my title page all complete, all colored in. Moving on to the next spread. I will be doing April 1st. I pulled out the stencil. The stencil is from a big old pack that I got from Amazon. I think there was like up to 40 of them in there. Out of those 40, I probably used like 5. This happens to be my favorite one, so you're probably going to be seeing this infinity like crazy. I just love the font. Alright, we're starting with April 1st. I had trouble. Normally I do the whole week with a double page spread, or I'll do up to 4 days, so 2 per page, 2 days worth. This is the first month where I'm gonna do the whole day on one page, and I felt like I had a lot of real estate to cover, and I kind of didn't know where to go. I had a ton of things to write, so I'm thinking, okay, let's see, I can do some stamps, I can do some washi tape, I can pull out my Happy Planner sticker books. So I'm pulling it all out, and now I gotta see where everything goes and see how it fits. And I think, day 1 and day 2, I struggle with it a little bit, but by the time day 3, I figure out by pulling in some inks, whether it be the distress stain daubers are on the right, you see all those colors, or just grabbing out my Tim Holtz little mini pads and doing some smushing techniques. That's where I get my moment of clarity, and I realize by having some color already there on these white pages, they help me get started and help me move. It runs a lot smoother. Right now I pulled out some washi tape that had different words on them. This one says laugh till I cried, get it done, underneath my little chiller list there. And here's where I start placing some of the inks down below. I liked that I added this color in, really fit the page overall, so much so that I kind of want to do like a double page in color scheme in a sense, even though it's 2 different days. At this point in time, it was just foreign to try and change it to another color, but for the other side. So I will use that same color of the dauber, which is tumbled glass, and I will put it on the right. But then after that, I'll start going outside my box. Excuse me. And I will add in more colors. Alright, we're moving on to the next day, and I'm going to just go with the same color. But I do like having this since it does help start me somewhere. I pulled out some tapes here. This tape, I felt like it was just fitting for April since it's very colorful, and I think it's like in between like butterflies or dragonflies or something. I can't even recall where I got that from. So moving on, I went ahead and used the same stencil. I love working with it. I like to use it to help title, the main highlights of my day. Like you can see there memes. The other one says no school on April 2nd. That was Good Friday. I went ahead and went back to my happy planner. Oh, I have a question for you guys. So, where do you get your products to kind of like represent the day or your emotion when you're feeling kind of like snarky or wasn't a good day? Kind of like sarcasm and things like that, and witty. So I couldn't really find anything. So then instead, I kind of turned around and had it reflect to remain positive. But I really would have liked it kind of like had some kind of product that helped me fit the mood. Not every day is going to be cupcakes and rainbows. So let me know down below if the Happy Planners sticker books have a spunky, sarcastic, or snarky type of book. I would love for them to have one if they don't. And what kind of products do you use to get that across? Do you have any kind of stickers that are like that? If you do, let me know down below. All right, we're moving on to April 3rd. Again, I like using that stencil for my date and just to kind of highlight some main titles throughout the day. I did pull out this stamp set. It's a really big 6x8 stamp set. It's from Citrus Twist. And this day I was pretty lazy. I just read all day long. I finished 2 books. That was awesome. Yes, I love this day. That I use my typewriter and it says, so read all day. And then I make a mistake right here, guys. That is Abandoned Coral, and I was looking for pinks because the books that I was reading, they're kind of like really, really hot with romance, and I kind of wanted this like pink color, and my daubers didn't really have that color that I was looking for. Kind of like these stickers right here, but they do have it has like picked raspberry, so I'm gonna go over that date with the picked raspberry in a bit, and it's gonna look a little different obviously because it's going over another color, but I'm gonna make it work, guys. Here I am adding in a little title there on the right for potty, since that day we were potty training my 2-year-old. Sorry if you heard that notification there. All right, here it is. So yeah, as you can tell, it does look a little like pink picked raspberry, but a bit different. And so sorry to hear the background. Kids are watching TV. Yeah, so, and this is the best part for me. I feel like it needed some more color, so I get the picked raspberry and do some smishing techniques. All right, we're back to the next day. I did do my journal there on the left portion, so I just kind of have that covered since, it's daily journaling and it kind of is personal. I do try not to dwell too much on negativity or bad writing unless I need to reflect and digest it better. So sometimes if it's just bugging and it's in my head all day long, then definitely I'll write it. So I always just ask, don't mind the writing. Oh, really quick, I was showing you all the little doodles that I drew, and I added them in on the pages that it belongs to, and that is what I just showed you, that paper that was a printout. It's Oodles and Doodles or something, and it's supposed to have some kind of, every single drawing is supposed to have some kind of red yellow in it. And here I showed you my little corn. If you can tell, it was corn on the cob for this day. The ink that I'm using, I believe it's Shabby Shutters. It's one of the newer inks that are in my stash. It's not new for Tim Holtz, but it was just new to me, so I wanted to make sure I use it. To be frank, it's not the right color I thought it would be. It looks more like an olive color, but I'm just gonna take that in stride. Again, I'm gonna work with it. There on the right portion, I use Bundled Sage right here. I love this color. I think this would look better like Shabby Shutters. Sorry about that. I have my kids. So moving on, this is Bundled Sage. I love the colors though, and it helps anchor or get me started, I guess, by doing these backgrounds. So I got, it was addicting. I kept going, and I decided to do all the way till April 14th. So I'm going to have a week done to show you guys. I'm going to basically doing my title page along with the first 7 days. I'm sharing with you guys of the decoratings, and then after that I will do another 7 days and share that with you as well. And oh, this one is cracked pistachio. It is so beautiful. I love that color so much. And moving on to the right side, that one was what was that one? Lucky Clover. That's the one. Oh, these colors I love so much. I can do these colors for every page in my book and be content. Well, I'll have to add tumbled glass, but then I'd be okay, fine, but still, you know what I mean. They were just so beautiful. I could really see them doing the whole book and being content with them down on a real level, guys. Oh, I had so much fun creating these backgrounds and not having to worry about a white page. Right here, I believe this is the newest color. It was Rustic Wilderness. I'm telling you guys that I can probably journal like this instead and then create like a whole wood forest scene right there, and then like a little bit of a lake. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was just thinking I saw so many things in there, and changing up my style for journaling instead of going vertical, doing a horizontal. And I just got inspired. Moving on, this is pine needles, another color, and so this is me branching out, starting to do different colors for every spread and just going with the flow. And I think that opened up one doorway, and that released my whole, I have to do them in double page spreads instead of single. Moving on to, I forgot, I started using all my Tim Holtz little mini ink pads to be doing the smooshing techniques. I forgot about working with the distress stain daubers just because I don't have all the colors in those daubers. It made it easier working in my mini ink pads, but I go back and forth and both do the job, so it works out. Here is Mermaid Lagoon, so I'm trying to basically going through the rainbow of all the colors, so that way it's not just one color for the entire month. I love this blue. This blue totally works. It's beautiful. And I kind of wish I didn't do the other color that's coming up. It is Chip Sapphire. I felt like it was too dark for April, but it's still a beautiful color. It looks like a night scene, like you can see snow, and like a village scene, but it's still a beautiful color. I just prefer to go a little brighter for April, and that's exactly what I do. I'm going with what's it called? Ripe Pimmerson? Yes. And then I do carved pumpkin on the right. This color cannot be any brighter. So vibrant. Beautiful. Ah, that is so bright. Oh my god, that's beautiful. And then I'm going here to the right. It is carved pumpkin. Another beautiful color. This was also new to my stash, so I was so eager to use it. And I believe that completes all the smooshing technique, all the smooshing for these backgrounds it's all the way to April 14th. So, and in this video, you'll be seeing all the way to April 7th, and then I will share another one on Sunday from the 8th to the 14th. So here I am now. I'm going to go and start doing, I believe, April 5th, I think, or the 6th. The 5th. So here's the 5th. I'm going back to my trusty stencil, and sometimes I do it with a stamp. I have a ton of different stamps for the dates and stuff, but I really like this stencil, and it's so much faster. Here's my little corn on the cob for the 5th. I think it looks so funny, but it's my own little drawing. So this day I actually went all out on drawing, and these are all my doodles of my family. They look so funny, but I didn't have a stamp set in my stash that can represent my family, and like if I wanted to change it up, a stamp that's permanent, I decided that I'm gonna just draw my family every time I make a reference toward them and stuff. So my husband's the bear, he's Papa Bear. My middle child's the turtle. I'm a penguin. My youngest is the elephant, and then my oldest son is the piglet, the pig. They're at the bottom. So here I am. I was a little behind. I think I did this on the 5th. But now we're moving on to the 6th. I already did my journaling for the 5th, and we're moving on. So sorry about the quality here. It's messing up ever since I got an SD card, so bear with me as I figure that out. All right, today is the 6th. This is the day where I got stuck into some kind of rabbit hole of watching videos about murder cases, criminal cases, but they also do their makeup while they're telling you, the case, and I was just mind boggled. It's like completely, I got stuck watching those all day long. Here is the 7th. This is actually a very simple day that I document. I used 2 of these journaling cards. It is from Tracy Reed Designs to reflect the ball game. It's a baseball game my son had. He was on point the entire game, and he did not throw any kind of tantrum. He was even improving in his game altogether, and they won. So I keep it super simple. All right, this was till the 7th. I will tune back in and share the next week with you. Thanks for watching.